Good morning, everybody. Please say hello to Boo Boo. Boo Boo is our silver gray Mancoon. And remember, during these days of COVID and people staying inside, it's so important to have your pets, and it just helps to get you enhanced and feel better and more personal. And we love our cats. We have a few of them, most of them inside and one outside. But that's important. But today we're going to talk about exercise and rehab, but we're outside in my backyard. This week was a hellacious week. Why? We had to move everything off our floors, and we got our floors redone. They're marble floors, and they needed to be polished, filled in, and taken care of. So the house is a wreck. It's dusty. It's everything. So I said, hey, we're here in summer. It's coming on. Kids are done with school this week, I think. It's time to relax and to get out and do exercise and rehab yourself. How? We've been all inside. It's time to get outside. It's time to enjoy the beautiful weather of South Florida. And it's time to walk, to rehab, to exercise, to strengthen your own body, to do things that you need to do to take care of yourself. And that's what we have to do today. Miami is such an incredible city, and there's so much for us to do here. And that's what we have to do. And you've got to remember that. Bicycling, walking, going through the park. I mean, all these different things are things that you need to do. You can carry weights, water bottles, exercise, go to the park where they have different machines. I love going to the park. I love being outside, and I love being on my bicycle. And that's what's so great about here in Miami. Miami is the city beautiful. And I'm a second generation Miamian. I love Miami. It's the kind of place that you can do what you want to do, be what you want to be, and grow to achieve to what you want to achieve. That's Miami. But at Affiliate Healthcare, our concern is your personal health. And it's not only your personal health, it's your personal well-being. Because if you're in pain, your personal well-being is not great. And that's why we have such great therapists. We have massage therapists, we have chiropractic therapists, we have physical therapists, we have physical therapy assistants. Whatever you need, we have it. And we added recently the physical therapist and assistants so that when our patients get surgery from our orthopedist, Dr. Riley, who does all extremities, and also when they get spine surgery, they can get their rehab in-house. They get it with a smile. They know the therapist. They're friendly, and they're there to help you. And that's what's great. When it comes to therapy and different things, we have all the types of equipment. We have laser. We have ultrasound. We have galvanic therapy. We have hot packs, ice packs, myofascial release, which is a type of massage to help those muscles relax and make them feel better. Also, too, we do spinal decompression. We do traction. And kind of interesting, spinal decompression is a fabulous type of therapy. Why? Because when those discs are crunched up and they're pinching the nerve, it's a computerized piece of equipment that helps to stretch out the disc space. And it does very easily, very softly, very minutely. And it can and does increase over time. So that space that's compressed, it can become so you might not even need surgery. It's unbelievable what it does. And it does both the lower back and the neck. And we've had so many people over the years that were recommended surgery, and they said, I'll never have surgery. I don't want back surgery. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of neck surgery. Well, they do spinal decompression, and it takes care of the problem. And it usually takes anywhere from 15 to 30 sessions. And it's something we do in-house. It's really simple. For someone who's had back problems and had herniated discs, both of my neck and my back, I have done it both. And it has been so very, very helpful. They say it can't be helped, but it can, and it does. And that's why we combine spinal decompression with our other therapies to work together. Miami is such an incredible city. And you see the greenery here in the backyard, and behind me is South Bay Shore Drive and all the traffic. Thank goodness we put those new windows and doors in some years ago, and we don't hear that noise anymore. So it's really, really good. But it's also interesting too how people are attracted to us. Yesterday we had a patient coming from Brevard County, Cocoa Beach area. Ripped the muscle off his arm and could not find good care and good health. He looked online, and guess what? He found affiliated healthcare. He found our plastic surgeon, Dr. Thomas Zayden. He saw Dr. Riley, and now he's going to be seeing our neurologist and consulting with me. So we can go all in major problems. And the problem too is he was not involved in one accident, but two. It's really tough to coordinate the care and the treatment. But that's why we have to work so hard to differentiate them, assess the cares to different problems, and make sure we take all of those problems taken care of. Because not only does he have the muscle, but he has problems with his neck and back. It's work, it's time, it's energy. Plus, this gentleman is an engineering student, an engineer. And as an engineer, you know, they're so methodical about every different thing and every part of what's going on. So it took a long time for Dr. Riley to sit down, review his case, explain all the aspects of his care, what's needed, what can be done, and what can't be done. Because sometimes we're not perfect. Surgery's not perfect. And sometimes there's things that just we can't help anymore when there's so much damage that has been due to traumatic type injury. But the good news is we give them options, we tell them what to do, and we tell them how we can help them. That's what's important. We tell them if you can, and what you can do, we do. That's what we do at Affiliate Healthcare. Because everybody is different, everybody's injuries are different, everybody's pain and problems are different. We have to look at the individual. And sometimes it's so extreme and so involved, and they've come from other places, it takes us time and energy. We've had cases we've had to review hundreds of pages of medical treatment. And the good news is we've been able to help them. Sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. But remember, so many of these little clinics only have medical doctors or chiropractors. They do not have the specialists. They do not have nerve conduction. They don't have testing. They don't have the things we have. We have nerve conduction. We have BNG testing. We have EEG testing. We have our MRI. People are amazed at our MRI and the work it does. And most MRIs take 25 to 40 minutes. Ours takes under 20 minutes, usually 16 to 18 minutes. So we have to do multiple studies. They're done right away. People are taken care of. And the great news is if we need results, we get them in that next hour. Plus, if it's related to extremities, Dr. Riley has reviewed thousands and thousands of different things concerning trauma to the extremities. Whether it's breaks, it's tears, it's ligaments, the whole gamut. And he loves looking at it. And I looked at him with an attorney the other day who hurt his knee. And I'll tell you something. Boy, it is amazing how he looks at it. And not only a neuroradiologist reads them, but they go through them so many at a time. When Dr. Riley does it, he fine-tunes it. And now with the computer, and what you can do, you can look at the different aspects. And I watched him turn it and say, this was this was this was a little part here, this is more so here, this area is perfect. So he reviews it personally with our patients. It's really great watching him do that and how he does take care of our patients. And he's such a young gentleman guy. He is so professional. He is so first class. And patients love him. You know, it's amazing after a long time, so many patients are, when they go to doctors, they get tired, they get burnt out. In order today to make any money, a doctor has to see so many patients. We don't care. We're there to see the patients. We're there to take care of them. We're there to help them. Each patient gets their time with our doctors. And that's what we want. Extensive consult, x-rays, exam, therapies, specialists. We've got it all. Plus, every time we see a patient, they've been to previous medical providers. We need and we do get all their records. Recently, I had an orthopedist office that didn't want to give us the records. They said, you're a medical center, you're a chiropractor, we're not going to give it to you. I got on the phone, I said, can I please speak to the office manager? I said, listen, man, Florida statutes requires you to provide a medical provider with medical records and one of their patients when you have a signed release. I said to that office manager, I said, listen, if you don't get those records to us ASAP, I'm going to report them your doctor to the Department of Professional Regulation. She said, why? Because the law is you have to give them to us. I have never done that. I don't want to do that, and it's something that we do not do. But we need the records because our specialists are seeing their patient, who is now our patient. So we'd appreciate getting your help. 15 minutes later, we got those records. And sometimes they're so crazy with so many providers, so many different records. But that's what's important. If you don't have the records, you don't know what's done, you don't know what other doctors found, you can't do quality care and treatment. Affiliated healthcare is based on quality care and treatment. And the good news, we're there to help our fellow man. It's amazing how much we do. And today, especially how hard it is getting appointments with doctors. So many doctors are still on Zoom. We might have done a dozen patients on Zoom, but we have been open the whole time. We've been there to take care of our patients, and that's what's important, and that's what we love to do. But listen, it's Friday. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy the weekend, and remember, today is the day. Also, too, we are now on Instagram. So please, we're going to be putting some of our past things on, and we're there for you to see. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. And remember, enjoy that outdoors. Enjoy Florida. And have a great weekend. Thank you, and bye now.